Hi there, I'm الناظر, and I graduated from Luminous Technical University College with an associate's degree in business administration 4 years ago. I was 1 year behind other students my age because I couldn't pass TOJIHI on the first try. Speaking of which, I graduated high school in 2017 with a distinction that's not worth boasting about, which left me with no choice other than to enroll in a 2-year degree at Luminous Technical University College. Even though this was what I ended up with, I've always wanted to study media and journalism and become an influencer on social media. What made me consider this major in the first place was getting many comments throughout my life about how distinctive and recognizable my voice is. Plus, I have just the right personality and confidence for it. Sadly, things don't always go as they're planned, and I ended up majoring in business administration instead. And just so you know, I scored the highest GPA in my class with a 76.6. And honestly, I wouldn't have pulled it off if it wasn't for my family. So thank you guys. Now, let me tell you about my backbone, my biggest support system, and the people I love the most, and that is my family. I come from a family of 7, including myself and my parents. I have 4 siblings, a sister, a brother, and 2 half-brothers. Heartbreakingly, we lost my mom to cancer on September 2020. Moving on, I've had many different jobs in my early working life. My first job was as a secretary in one of Dr. Haytham's dental clinics. My second job was in a college. I was like a tour guide, except that it was of a college campus, if you get what I mean. The next job I had was in a company called Maestro. They specialized in making applications and helping you upload any company files on the Google Play app. My last job was as a kindergarten teacher. I adore kids. I mean, who doesn't?
What's your current short-term goal? Determined ish. Do you need any help to achieve that goal? I really need some spiritual. What were some difficulties in achievement success? The period before the exam was quite stressful. I was so obsessed with it that I have a serious headache.
Last but not least, right now I'm working at Antonio's Way School. This place means a lot to me, as it has the most amazing and lovely people that ever existed. They are so kind, caring, and far from being called greedy, unforgiving, or cunning. Everyone seems to love one another, and you literally feel like you're among family with Antonio's Way as your home. I see Antonio's Way as the perfect place for your English journey for many reasons. And one is their way of doing everything. In the beginning, we started with the basics, learning the diacritics. And I just want to say here, you should never underestimate those cute little symbols. They are actually the key to learning English. I was stunned when I realized how Arabic and English are so similar in terms of sounds. Yes, you heard that right. The English sounds are so similar to the ones in Arabic. I was like, what? It's so close, even to the degree that it can make an illiterate speak English better than someone who holds a PhD. And no, I'm not kidding. If you don't believe me, Just come and see for yourself. Not to mention, I've never seen anyone as dedicated as Mr. Antonio is to his work. He cares about everyone and makes sure we are all receiving the same treatment. He treats the people who works for him like family. He also has such great experience in his field, yet he's so down to earth. All this and yet, he never asks for anything in return. It's honestly quite rare to see someone who has it all. Bless his heart. When I was a student, I received a message from the assistant teacher who's responsible for our class. It said, "You guys need to buckle up and study the material Mr. Antonio has given you so far real good." The message startled me for a second, as if I knew there was an upcoming quiz or something. Turned out that my suspicions were correct when I found myself in front of everyone in the classroom trying to introduce myself using the first two parts we studied. Oh gosh, I've never been this nervous in my life, so it's definitely a first. But what can I say? All it took was some cheering from Mr. Antonio, and boom, all my nervousness vanished in no time. It was hard at the beginning, I won't lie. Actually, it was so nerve-wracking that my whole body was shaken. My heart was beating so fast, as if it was gonna pop out of my chest. My lips were trembling, and my knees felt weak as hell. But all at the same time, I felt like I was moving around, as if I was all alone in this classroom, saying whatever I had to, and never thinking of anything else. So I started introducing myself while squinting my eyes at everyone else in the room. And before I knew it, I reached the end of my speech, yet I got stuck and couldn't spit out the last bit. But again, Mr. Antonio was there for me and said, "It's fine, you've got this," which made me pull myself together and complete it. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw everyone clapping for me. I was trembling like hell, and all I knew was that clapping is a good sign, that I did well. I felt like I was in one of those talent shows where everyone admired my voice, except I wasn't singing. But well, you get the point. But wait, there is more. After pulling it off, Mr. Antonio offered me to be part of his incredible team, and it was like a dream come true. In all honesty, this is the most incredible place I've ever been to. It's not only a great place for learning English, but it's also a place where you get your personality shaped and become disciplined with the help of Mr. Antonio. And before fully introducing this genius man, I'd like to thank him from the bottom of my heart for his endless efforts in teaching English first and manners second. Meeting him was my first time encountering someone so knowledgeable and wise. From the 40 Students Project to founding this amazing place called Antonio's Way, where everyone's dream to speak English becomes a reality. Everything he's done is truly amazing. He once said, "Sharing anything with someone will decrease your amount, except for knowledge. The more you share, the more you obtain in return," and I couldn't agree more. I honestly don't know where to start. Whether it's the classes, the detailed teaching methods he uses, or the staff he has, everything will leave you speechless before you get used to it. But wait, there is more. Have you ever seen a place that teaches English and gives itself Quran lessons at the same time? Well, Antonio's Way does. It feels like he is saying, if you don't have a good relationship with God, how will it be good with me? He is not only young, knowledgeable, and wise, but he also has strong faith in God. He cares about strengthening our relationship with God before anything, which is how it's supposed to be in the first place. Sadly, we have reached a time where religion is no longer a crucial part of our lives. Thankfully, we have someone like Mr. Antonio to bring this back. Now, don't even get me started on the school atmosphere. Everyone's so close to one another that we feel like a real family. This place was built with love and kindness, unlike many workplaces where these important rituals are missing. Our team is amazing, and I wouldn't trade them for the world. To wrap it up, Antonio's Way is the perfect place for people seeking a family environment to help boost your confidence. Not to mention, it's a place where you will fall madly in love with English.